the Love You Miss You Bye podcast. Let's inspire each other.
I'm going to try and quit soda. I know, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Well, for me, that is one of my favorite things in the whole world. I only need one. Like, I just need one soda. It's not like I'm having like a whole box of sodas or a whole bottle of soda. It's one soda a day, but it's every day. I do not typically miss having my one soda a day. I can't explain it. It like brings me joy and brings me happiness. Yet I know it's so bad for me. And because I know it's so bad for me, I know I need to probably cut it out of my life. And I haven't been able to do it. I did do it once back 6 years ago. It was about 6 years ago. And I went for like a whole year and a half and did not have any soda. I switched to having obviously water and unsweet iced tea. I hate sweet tea. I'm in Texas, I know, but I do not like sweet tea at all because of that year and a half that I didn't have anything, and that was like my present to myself to not just have water, to be able to have an alternative to water. So I chose unsweet iced tea, green tea, and water. That's what I had for a year and a half. I was also on the path and the journey of intermittent fasting. It's where I actually learned about intermittent fasting, which I'm so grateful to because back then I was doing it very routine. I was, I'm all or nothing. It's everything or it's nothing with me. I'm for myself unable to walk the line in the middle. I don't know what it is. It's really how I have to live my life because I know if I get one little taste of something, I'm going to want to go back to it. I'm like, "Oh, why not? You only live once. YOLO." You know what I mean? And it's just not the case. I'm self-aware, but in this intermittent fasting journey, I took a deep dive. I learned everything I possibly could about intermittent fasting, and I learned a lot. And everything I learned just sounds like something I could easily be a part of because you don't have to deprive yourself. You're just not eating in a window of time. So for me, I wouldn't eat till 11 or 12. So basically skipping breakfast. But if you really think about it, just for 2 seconds, okay? Open your mind if you're not about this life. Just open your mind for a second. Give me that. Who came up with the idea of 3 meals a day? Who? Let's look. It says, it was the 17th century that the working lunch started, where men with aspirations would network. The middle and lower classes' eating patterns were also defined by their working hours. By the late 18th century, most people were eating 3 meals a day in towns and cities. So basically, 3 meals a day, which I'm a Gen Xer, okay? I was raised through the 80s and 90s. It was studied. They would have health class and they would show us all the groups, the bread groups and the fruits and you know what I mean? And everything had a category and you had to have one of each. And it was just important for your health and eat 3 meals a day. Have to have breakfast. It's so important. I learned it's not. I learned it's not. I've been doing this for a long time naturally because I'm not doing like a regimen. It's just listening to my body. So back then, somebody decided that this is what would be good for everyone. It's not good for everyone. So with intermittent fasting, you're supposed to stop, and it's like, go, I don't know, 12 hours, 16 hours and not have food. And then you can consume food for the other portion of the day. Just depends on which process and which routine you follow. There's different sets. Some are tighter windows where you can only eat within a 4-hour window, and some is an 8-hour window. But for me, I was trying to stop eating about 7 or 8 at night, not eat anything after that, and then not consume food again until 11 or 12 the next day. Yeah, it was a really hard thing to break for me originally. I would watch the clock. I would just watch the clock like, "Oh my God, what am I got to eat. Oh my God, and till I broke it. Now, eating breakfast, I'm just typically not hungry. So I do one of two things. I either have breakfast and don't have lunch, or I have lunch and do not have breakfast. I typically, most nights, have dinner. Do I eat healthy all the time? No. I do crave salads though, majority of the time. It's just, you ask my kids, I will. I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to say, hey, what do I like to have the most of? Let me ask Hannah. Let's ask Hannah right now. She's going to say, what? Because we're in the same house right now. Why are you calling me? Hi. I have a question for you. What, if somebody were to ask you, what is your mother's favorite food? What would you say? What do I want most of the time? Yeah. Okay. I'm doing an episode and I was like, I crave salads all the time. And when people say that, they're lying typically. So I was like, let me call my daughter and ask her to prove what my favorite food is. Um, yeah, I love it. I could go for a big monstrous one tonight for dinner, actually. Okay. Love you. Bye. Okay. So I just wanted to call and let you know that I'm not like making this up. So I crave salads. And when you go periods of time without putting food into your body, you are actually giving your body a chance to heal. I knew back then, because when I was studying intermittent fasting, I knew back then that it would play a huge part in menopause. And so it would help people going through it or while you're in it. It helps your body, I guess, somehow, some way. And well, because I've been doing it since then for 6 or 7 years, I don't feel like my symptoms of menopause are big. I didn't really know I was in menopause at all until I had gone a full year without getting my period. And my full year was in October of 2023. So I am officially there. I'm happy about it. I mean, I guess it can be nerve-wracking to think I don't even have the option of having kids. But luckily for me, it wouldn't even be an option for me now because I don't want any more kids. I have three. I'm very happy with the three that I have. But there is that little voice in my head saying, you can't even if you wanted to know that even though I don't like having my period every month, it was something that kind of bonded me with other women that we all did. It was just something that we all had. And so when I hear now that I don't have my period anymore, when I hear people go, "Oh my God, I go get pads, I just got my period." And I'm like, okay, well, yay for me. I don't know. I'm conflicted on it. I'm a bit conflicted on it, but I think the overall feeling is I'm very glad I don't have to have that anymore. Yeah, I am. But the one sign that I had besides that to know that I was in menopause was it was perimenopause. And I had frozen shoulder. I think that was the one sign that I didn't know, that nobody knew. They thought it was diabetes, which ironically it also was that. But that was the only sign. I am not able to judge if I was extremely high and low in my moods, if I was set off easily. I'm not able to judge that because I wasn't in a relationship at the time that I was going through it. So it's just me and my kids. So I don't know if that happened. There are times I probably could count 3 times, maybe 4 where I've got really, really flushed. Now that I'm thinking back, I remember being out with my friend Renee and we were eating and we had both gotten an alcoholic drink and alcohol goes straight through me. I'm not a big drinker, so I drink it and like if it has hard alcohol in it, my stomach will start to burn and I'll have to wait 20 minutes and then I'm feeling the effects of the alcohol, but I have to get through that 20 minutes of absolute torture. So it's not worth it to me. I don't know that beer doesn't really do that to me, but hard alcohol does. So I was having like a margarita or something and all of a sudden I got so red out of nowhere. And she's like, "What is happening? Your face is so red right now." And I felt hot and I was just like, "I don't know." She's like, "Are you getting a hot flash or are you drunk?" And I'm like, "Could be one of the two. Could be both. I have no idea." That is really, though, the only time I can remember it really being that extreme once, and that I wasn't even in menopause yet. So I don't know. Every once in a while I'll get cold or I'll get warm, but I'm never uncomfortable with it. And I truly think it's because of my intermittent fasting. I believe that 100%. I say all this to say that I want to quit soda. I don't know if I'm going to quit today. I will let you know when I actually take the full plunge that I'm going to quit soda, but I will be doing it. I just don't know when. But the thing about it is, if I was to quit today and then tomorrow had a soda, I would be hard on myself. I would feel like I've let myself down. I would be ashamed of myself. And this is a small thing. So imagine if you are a gambler and it's detrimental to you and you go and you gamble and you lose all your money. Imagine if you're an alcoholic and you know you can't drink because you can't handle it. You can't just have one beer, you have the whole case and you don't stop. I know if that is something that you're going through, that it may seem like the world is caving in because you have gone days or weeks or months without doing these things, and then you made a mistake. I know it feels like the weight of the world is on you, and I am sorry that you're feeling that way, but I need you to forgive yourself. You can't succeed without some bumps in the road. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's hard. It's hard, that self growth. It's hard to try to better yourself. The easier road is to just do whatever the fuck you want. The harder road is to have that determination and willpower to better yourself. It's harder. So, if you're feeling like that right now, I want you to look at the success you've had, whatever it is. Can you just do me that favor? First of all, the first success was that you decided to do it. You decided to do it. Nobody forced you. You did it for you. Congratulations. Not everybody can do that. The second success is you actually put those words into action and you didn't just say it. Congratulations on that. Now you messed up. What are you going to do about it? You're going to sit there and wallow and have another drink, have another piece of cake, or are you going to try again? Are you going to pick yourself back up and start again? Well, I think you're going to start again because I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. Do not hate yourself. Do not think you're a failure. You're not. On this journey, you're going to fall down. You're going to scrape your knee. And it's the people that can pick themselves back up, dust themselves off, and start again that are going to make it. That are going to get to the other side. All you can do is take the first 24 hours. Take that first 24 hours and keep moving. Do not think past that. Only this 24 hours. What's in front of you right now? If you keep doing that every single day, when you look back, you're going to have a whole lot of days, a whole lot of 24-hour victories. I'm not an expert. I'm just a human that has tried and failed and picked myself back up and sometimes was able to start again and sometimes I wasn't. Like I said, I quit soda 6, 7 years ago. Here I am drinking a soda a day. So I obviously did not succeed, but I did succeed for a year and a half. And I'm damn proud of it. And I'll succeed again. Just gotta prep myself for it because, gosh, I love me some bubbles. I hope that I was able to touch somebody today. I hope that somebody said, you know what? I do forgive myself. And if that happened, today was the best show I ever had. I will be back next week, Monday, with Edwana Ross. She is a lupus survivor, and we talk for 2.5 hours, so I have so much editing in my future, but I learned so much from her, and she truly is one of a kind, and I look forward to sharing that journey with you. I'm Christy Chanelle. This is Love You, Miss You, Bye, and I will see you next Monday. Love you, miss you, bye.
LUMUB Podcast.
Love You, Miss You, Bye has been brought to you by Christy Chanelle, LLC. But if you're looking for more information or want to follow us on social media, go check out ChristyChanelle.com. All the podcasts are streamed there and the YouTube episodes are there. So why not? You can also listen where all podcasts are streamed. This includes Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And lastly, thank you to you, the one that's listening or watching. I appreciate you so much. Love you, miss you, bye.